like kangaroo, camel, alligator. The cost of these exotic items can add up quickly, like alligator jerky.
What?
It almost has a little bit of a swamp aftertaste. Now, if you happen...
Wait, you can buy alligator jerky? Oh no, that's crazy. Today I'll be reacting to the craziest grocery store in America. My friends, you guys end up suggesting this one a couple of times. I have no idea what I should expect, but before I go into that, let me ask you for one thing. If you can leave a like, thank you so much. It's the best way to show support. If you can subscribe, well, in that case, forget about it. You make my day. Have that in consideration. Now, link for the original video in my description and let's play it.
Have you ever been to a grocery store that has its own monorail, dozens of animatronics, fully immersive lands,
no
foods from 75 countries around the world, and a mouse? It sounds like Disney World, but for the people of Cincinnati, Ohio, this is their supermarket.
Hello to all my friends at Jungle Gyms.
And it's all the creation of one eccentric wizard who the YouTube algorithm recommended a video of.
Oh my god, Merlin, what? Okay, Jungle Gym commercial, Westgate location. Anyone watching this are actually aware of this grocery store. I feel like I'm watching a niche video, but this seems amazing.
To me in this 11-year-old local commercial.
Who designed this store? Let's sell some cheese. How about some Jarlsberg for $4.99?
So in this ad, he's whizzing through the store on a Segway past an outrageously themed hot sauce aisle.
Hot, hot, hot.
Then for some reason, the Flintstones make an appearance.
What?
Hey, Fred, Barney, come on down.
Most grocery stores are run by multi-billion-dollar corporations like Kroger or Walmart, so it almost defies explanation that this so-called jungle gym could seemingly take business inspiration from Willy Wonka, prioritizing imagination over profit, then magically transform that into the world's largest grocery store. To this day, he pops up from time to time in full costume, no less. So I've been looking for any excuse to visit this place ever since I saw the commercial.
Come on in.
So when Frontier Airlines recently offered a $19 flight to Cincinnati, I flew 1,600 miles just to go to the grocery store.
Oh boy.
Driving into Jungle Gyms for the first time was an experience of its own. My first glimpse was this 80-foot-long sea serpent, which I saw.
What the hell? Okay, this guy is crazy. In a good way, don't get me wrong. This looks like a dragon, by the way.
From the road, and I turned in here assuming it was the entrance, but it turns out this is just the back where the truckers come through to make deliveries. So I pulled around until I found the monorail, which I plan to ride into the store. I'm actually really excited to ride this because, like, how many supermarkets have their own public transportation system? However, what I hadn't anticipated is that it wasn't busy enough to stay at the store for the monorail to even be in use. But based on footage I later found from when it was running, the monorail moves so slow that I think it'd be significantly faster just to walk inside. But eventually I did make my way to the front, where when you enter, you're offered a map, which I assumed would be of the store to help navigate the aisles. But instead, it's just a map of the world to emphasize how many international products they sell. For $90...
Wait, let's check. You know what country I'm gonna check? Portugal. Number 4. I don't get it. Maybe that's a 1. I cannot see that well. Let me zoom right there. No, that's number 4.
Sell. For $90, you can buy the world's largest egg laid by an ostrich. You see the size of this thing? Or if you're on a budget, you can pick up a green emu egg for $80. But it's a little hard to focus on shopping when there's marble busts watching your every move, familiar sights around every corner. I think I found the segue from the commercial. A 700-pound block of provolone in the deli known as the Big Cheese. It is indeed a big cheese. And a mysterious Elvis sign in the paper towel aisle seducing you over to see the store's in-house animatronic lion Elvis impersonator. Come on and do the jailhouse rock a little bit. Now, the entire store is an incredible amalgamation from the mind of Jungle Jim, pictured here in jelly bean form. But who is
Oh my god, now I really wonder if Jungle Jim is famous or not. This video was a suggestion on Patreon, my friends. So, yeah, I don't know.
he really? How can he afford to run this place? And why is he cosplaying as Michael Jackson? Luckily for us, there's a movie
Hey, Elvis and Michael Jackson? You cannot go wrong with that.
theater built into the store playing the film of his life story.
I always like to do different things. I always like to cross the line, go into other worlds. And I should stay in my own world because then I'd probably have about 35 grocery stores instead of messing around inside here in a monorail station that we bought, 15, 20 years ago. I never used it.
Now, as cool as it is for a grocery store to have its own public transportation system, the monorail seems to be a point of financial frustration for Jungle Jim.
That monorail is such a loser, it's costing me a fortune.
Jungle Jim's has 2 locations, and between them, there's a total of 5 monorails. Jungle allegedly acquired them all from the Wild Animal Safari at Kings Island for just $1, but since then, he's spent a fortune transporting them, building this gigantic snake-covered station and the elevated track across the parking lot, not to mention fully restoring and insuring them.
I paid a fortune for that, and guess what? I don't even know what to do with them yet.
2 of the monorails are currently
Okay, I don't know a lot about this man, but I'm gonna say this is something that I admire in a person. When someone have a plan and they stick with a plan, is something that I would love to show the world, and I'm doing exactly that. So I respect him.
being used as decorations. 2 of them are in storage behind the monorail station, and only one is sometimes operating to shuttle people from the remote parking lot. But at the entrance to the original Jungle Jim's location, there once were spraying elephant and giraffe statues. Today they're just bathing in a dried up waterfall,
Oh,
so I found it a little odd that they still have a verbal warning on loop to... It was also unusual to see a school bus outside unloading. How many schools have field trips to the grocery store?
There's so many attractions in this place, people get dizzy when they leave.
Inside, you'll find this terrifying can of Campbell's soup trying to sell itself to you from a swing set. A singer named Pedro. And tons of random pop culture references like the honey section, which is an unapologetic shrine to the Bee movie. Now you might think that these are just porta potties, but no. Through the door, you'll find a full 5-star restroom, which won the award for
Okay, I will run it back. My friends, let me say just one thing. This is a bit of a different video, but if you are having fun, please consider to leave a like. Because, I don't know, I'm having a great time. This is crazy to me. I'm a bit speechless, I have to be honest.
Through the door, you'll find a full 5-star restroom, which won the award for #1 best in America.
I believe it.
Lady, she comes in here, with her husband, and he has to go real bad. And she goes, go ahead. And 2 guys walk out. And she goes, well, are you? He goes, I'm not going there. 2 guys walked out of there.
But the store wasn't always like this. In fact, Jungle Jim started out with just a small produce stand. Then over the last 53 years, he's added on to it so much that it's become the world's largest grocery store. It could be argued that there's no direct return on his investment to have actual NASCARs adorning the walls as decorations, or installing an animatronic corn on the cob to greet customers.
Come on in, folks.
But there's so many animatronics and wacky stuff in every corner of the store that I think it's just his way of tricking you into walking by every one of the 180,000 products they have for
Great
sale
point.
and hopefully get you to buy some of them. Like kangaroo, camel, alligator. The cost of these exotic items can add up quickly. Like alligator jerky.
What?
It almost has a little bit of a swamp aftertaste. Now, if you happen
Wait, you can buy alligator jerky? Oh no, that's crazy.
to have any complaints, you can simply call Jungle Jim's wife. But he doesn't just have pre-packaged meats in his store.
The live fish, that's wonderful. We designed that to bring the people of Cincinnati fresh fish. And the best way to do that is bring them live.
then you know they're fresh, right?
You heard right. Some of their selection is still alive. And over at the seafood counter, you can get delicacies such as fresh shark for $4.99 a pound. That is cheaper than salmon. But where Jungle Jim's really shines is with their World Showcase. Each country has its own section, some of which are quite elaborate, like the UK, which is themed to Robin Hood and the Sherwood Forest. If you look up in the aisle, you'll find this insanely detailed inner tree trunk, and if you look down, the shelves are filled with products that in some cases you can't find anywhere else in North America. It's so overwhelming that Jungle installed an entire podcast studio in the front of the store where a host does a weekly show describing all of the different things you can try. In Japan, I bought the quote, best ever Kit Kat, which is whole grain biscuits made with the blessings of barley. Who is
Okay, actually I would love to visit this place. This store seems so amazing.
barley?
Okay, anyone watching ever end up visiting this store?
This
If
is
so,
the best
please make
Kit
a
Kat I have ever had. I also bought a red banana, which was not very good. But many of the countries represented go beyond just having their products on the shelves. Each aisle immerses you in the culture by displaying an authentic vehicle from the region, like this colorful jeepney which once drove passengers on the streets of the Philippines, and a rickshaw from India. Now Jungle
Wow.
Jim goes junkin'.
I take stuff that's dead and I bring it back to life.
But like, you don't often see jeepneys on the streets of Ohio. I'm pretty sure these would all have to be imported at a cost I don't even want to think about. However, one of the vehicles here doesn't come from a foreign country, but rather Amish country. In Ohio, there's at least 80,000 Amish people who live their lives without electricity or really anything from the modern world. So
Oh, wait, 80,000. Oh, that's I did not. I was not aware that the number was so big.
it only makes sense that Jungle Jim's has a section dedicated to their homegrown chicken. Okay, I'm in the Germany section, and the employee told me that the best chocolate is supposedly this Alpine milk.
Wait, that's very famous here. Wait, you guys are not aware of that brand? The Milka? Okay, okay. I buy that chocolate all the time.
Wow. Well, there's chocolate. And there's chocolate. But the
That's
lands in the
amazing
store
one,
aren't
yeah.
limited to just countries. Each location has a hot sauce land with real full-size fire trucks and helmets, plus an endless supply of hot sauces, which I'm far too white to try. There's also a world of cheese with enough cheese to build a small moon.
Man, I
And
love
this is in
cheese.
addition to the big cheese, which ages for years before it's served to customers. Jungle also spared no expense in Candyland, which has frosted turrets, shelves built onto actual Coney Island bumper cars, a Pez section topped with Spider-Man, Hulk, and the Wolverine, plus the single largest gummy product collection I've ever seen, including a $150 27-pound gummy snake. I was literally just
Can you
thinking
buy
that
it?
this is like walking into Willy Wonka's chocolate factory, and then I saw they have a literal Willy Wonka section. Except
love,
Willy Wonka
Willy
is
Wonka.
Mr. Jungle Jim himself.
Wonka.
But my personal favorite section as a
I saw that movie years ago. I thought it was fantastic.
cereal fanatic was Cereal Land, which not only has this massive Tony the Tiger and Mr. Sun, but the General Mills animatronic cereal band. Having so many animatronics is shocking beyond just the costs of acquisition. These things break down all the time, so naturally, Jungle has his own workshop to do repairs on them. When I was there, the Jungle pets had no sound, but even the silent and static figures are impressive. There's penguins at the
I mean, this story is a pain, you know. I guess you guys have an expression, pain in the ass or something, right? And I think goes very well because, of course, all of this stuff breaks all the time, I assume. Specifically because he is picking stuff that was not working or old, so...
frozen foods aisle, random bikes, and other various figures I still haven't figured out. The store also has a vast bakery, an active cooking school, a large toy department with the world's smallest Barbie and game of Monopoly, as well as a wide array of pop culture items that I haven't seen for sale anywhere else. And despite already being the world's largest grocery store, Jungle Jim's is currently expanding their original location, which is a sign
course
that
it is.
Jungle's crazy business strategy seems to be paying off. But to finish off my visit, I bought a sugar cane, which went, well... It's a little bit too dry to consume. Jungle Jim, I love ya, but what the heck?
I mean, what can I expect? Okay. Oh, this was amazing, my friends. Okay, I hope you had fun with me watching this one. Really means a lot that you guys end up staying until the end. Man, now I want to visit this place, and I really wonder if anyone watching, because we have viewers from Hawaii, ever went to this store. If so, leave me a comment and tell me if was this fun. But yeah, see you guys in the next one. Bye, my friends. And that's it, my friends. I hope you had fun with me on this one. It's always my main goal. If I made you laugh, trust me, means the world to me. But before we go, let me say one thing. I actually have a bunch of other social media, Instagram, Facebook, even TikTok. Please feel free to follow me there. I leave the links below. You don't have to do it, but if you do it, I appreciate you quite a lot. That's it. See you guys in the next one.